Well, howdy there, Internet people. It's Belle again. So today, we're going to talk about Trump, success, failure, and the region. It's definitely been a busy couple of days. Trump came out and announced that there was a ceasefire and said he believed it would last forever. I'm not joking. He said the ceasefire between Iran and Israel would last forever. Quote, "I think the ceasefire is unlimited. It's going to go forever." Shortly after making the announcement, both countries were openly engaging each other again. Each side said the other broke it. But to be fair, this is common early on in any ceasefire process. It does look like right now things have stabilized, for the moment. There's no telling how long it will last. They could already be re-engaged by the time this video publishes, because while I'm not certain of much, I am certain that it will not last forever. Trump already had one outburst dropping the F-bomb to reporters because his ceasefire is more fire than cease. What about degrading Iran's program? Was it obliterated? Destroyed? Damaged? Officials in Iran indicated that nothing was hurt that couldn't be rebuilt and that they're already back working on it. James Acton, who is co-director of the Nuclear Policy Program, wrote about the administration's claims and said, quote, "These statements from Vance and Trump are far too confident. In reality, Iran can likely reconstitute its program rapidly, perhaps in a year or so. What's more, after the U.S. strikes, there is also now a real danger that Tehran will make the decision to go further than enriching and amassing uranium and actually build a bomb. So, even with doubling estimates, Iran's program will be up and running again before Trump leaves office." In what is sure to be completely unrelated news, in no way linked to Iran-backed non-state actors, drones were used to attack military installations in Iraq. The installations were Iraqi military bases, but U.S. forces were so close they were able to intercept at least some of them. One of the suspected targets houses U.S. forces. Nobody has claimed responsibility for the attacks yet. And that brings us back to covert actions and the idea that failures are known, successes are not. A number of people didn't like the idea that secret operations are supposed to stay secret. Bunch of comments and messages. I picked this one for a reason that will become obvious. It said in relevant part, quote, "Failures are known, successes are not." That's cute, catchy, and ultimately meaningless. I can't say where I've worked, but I spent a lot of time in Langley. Where did you get such an ill-conceived saying? That's just not how it's done. You have to let them know when you hit them so they don't mess with you again. Spent a lot of time in Langley. Ooh, spooky. Wait, you can disclose covert operations, but you can't say where you worked? While giving an identifier implying it? Yeah, that makes sense. Where did I get the saying? From what I understand, it's on the wall in multiple places in the building you're implying you've worked at. I've never been there, but like every government agency, the CIA has posters. You know, those posters you see at normal companies with a cat hanging off a tree and it says, "Hang in there." I guess I figured it was like that. But, for spies. It's paraphrasing something President Kennedy said to CIA personnel on November 28, 1961. He said, quote, "It is not always easy. Your successes are unheralded. Your failures are trumpeted. I sometimes have that feeling myself." Given what happened with the drones in Iraq, everybody should probably get really comfortable with a little ambiguity about what's happening over there now. There's probably going to be a lot of officials from both Iran and Israel acting like Shaggy. It wasn't me. Anyway, it's just a thought. Y'all have a good day.